Okay, so I was born in the age of AI.
When the adults are not yet realize what it means. For us, like a lot of kids out there, we're living this age. We have no map. Want to test it myself and get answers on my own. Okay, so last month I sat down to write a real essay with a topic I haven't figured out yet. I was in the messy part, where ideas half formed, your structure is weak, and you don't know whether your writing is promising or just bad. So I opened AI. Just a little help, I told myself. And that's how it always starts. Before I decided what to do, a polished answer was waiting for me on screen. Clean, fluent, polished. Honestly, sometimes better than what I have written myself. I wasn't tempted to copy it. I was tempted to stop. Stop writing? No. Stop thinking. AI didn't force me to cheat. It made thinking feel unnecessary. And that's why I think my generation needed protection. Not for wrong answers, but from perfect ones. So, before I go further, you should know more about me. I left regular school very young, and I learned in a painful way that authority isn't always right and isn't always safe. After that, I learned at home, through books, a lot of AI. Debate especially changed me. You don't respect an answer just because it sounds confident. You test it. Where's assumption? What is missing? I'm here as someone who uses AI all the time. When I'm stuck, ask one for a rough map. When my arguments sound too easy, ask another one to attack it. When my paragraphs sound clumsy, I ask one to clean it up. So, and then I noticed something strange. AI does not only answer you, it also trains you. Sometimes it trains you to think. Other times, it trains you out of thinking. So, I want to find out if students around me feel the same. So, I did some research. The Pew research found that over half of the American teens will use AI for schoolwork. 54%. That's a lot. And I want to know if students around me feel the same. So I made another survey. 194 students responded, and only 10 said they never use AI for homework or organizing their thinking. Only 10. The number that stayed with me was 83%. 83% said that they felt AI's answer was so complete that they no longer want to keep thinking. They just no longer wanted to. And students are not the only one that is confused. Teachers are also confused because one strong point is suspicious. One huge improvement is suspicious. So the question is no longer, is this answer good? The question now is, we can see the people think. And what stayed with me most is the words that the student wrote. One student wrote, AI helped me solve my math problem in 1 second, but the next second, I couldn't do the same type of question. I felt like a delivery worker, carrying answer I never owned. I read that twice. A delivery worker. Not a thinker, not a learner, a delivery worker, carrying package from one place to another. They never owned that. Another wrote, right, which part I actually learned and which part AI just temporarily poured into my head. And then I read something that really stayed with me. A recent MIT Media Lab shows that comparing essay writer using ChatGPT, search engine, or no tools at all. ChatGPT brain connectivity and writing. So I tried a small test myself. I have 4 AIs. On the side, I'll call them AIA, AIB, AIC, and AID. So I give them the same topic. AIA give me structure. AIB give me the well-balanced essay, every angle covered. AIC disagree with me, fluent and confidently. AID gave me the polished answer that every Chinese student is familiar with. So no answer was terrible. That was the danger. Before I had tested the reasoning, fluency reached me first. So after 10 minutes, I realized I wasn't choosing. I was being pulled by whichever wheel turned the smoothest. And I sent the same question to my debate coach. Guess what? He didn't write my argument. But he gave me 3 questions. First, what do you mean by protection? And second, what would the strongest opponent say? And third, which part of this argument is actually yours? AI made me feel more certain, while my debate coach made me feel less certain. That's why I had to think again. And that's when I realized what judgment was. Judgment is not only having an opinion. We have opinions quickly. Judgment means in an uncomfortable space, when an opinion before becomes yours. Judgment happens. An easy argument is easy to reject, while a dangerous argument is sound finished before we have actually tested. That is what a perfect AI answer can sound like. It does not attack your thinking. It just politely removes the need for it. So, can I ask you to try something for 10 seconds? Think of the last time you asked AI for help, but you don't have an opinion. Now, remember the moment the answer appeared. Did you feel relieved? Did you feel curious, or did you just feel finished? That is the tiny difference I care about. Feeling finished and feeling curious. AI can give that. But that's also where education weakens. And which I'm now gonna, we also develop an education system. Me and my family have trying to push families and the kids towards AI, but without letting the perfect answer destroy their judgment. So the question is no longer, should students use AI? We already do. The future does not belong to people who doesn't use AI. It belongs to people who know where their thoughts starts and ends, and use AI. So my answer is simple. Before I prompt, I will leave a finger point. 1 sentence, 1 guess, 1 ugly outline. Things to prove that you were there before the machine arrives. And when machine arrives, or AI, you got something to compare with. That is what schools should start to protect. Protect the final essay, yes. Protect the first messy attempt too. The part where a student said, I thought this at first, then I changed my mind. So I learned this line when I was very young. 学而不思则罔，思而不觉则殆. Thinking without learning leads to confusion. Learning without thinking leads to danger. Confucius wrote that 2,500 years ago. Without the internet, without the printing press, without AI. So the real danger is not that the answer is wrong. The real danger is that AI arrives before we can have the judgment to judge it. So AI doesn't weaken us by itself. It depends on what we ask for it. If we ask it to be a crutch, then AI will carry all our thinking. If we ask them to be a partner, then we will have stronger answers and we can think. So that is the difference I care about. And AI does not care if you give up. That's the job for the coaches, parents, teachers, and people. The AI gives us answers faster than any generation before us. But it's the people that keep us going. Let us not give up. So remember this. AI may give you the answer, but the judgment is your choice.